I have some stories from throughout my life, but none that terrify me more than my younger brother one night when we were kids. I lived in an old house, built in the early 80s, and there were some strange things that would happen. Objects would be in places we didn't put them. Strange noises, lights flickering on and off by themselves. Nothing really spooky. Until this. I have two younger brothers, and our age differences were exactly 2 years apart. When I was around 9, my brothers were about 7 and 5, sharing a room. Across the hallway was my room, our doors facing each other. I once woke up late at night, early morning, to the sound of clicks repeatedly. I could see the lights in my brother's room turning on, off, periodically and in succession. I walked to the doorway and saw my younger brother sitting on the top bunk, a terrified expression on his face, his little arm reaching down, clicking the light switch. I don't know how long I stood there, but soon enough, my mother was behind me, watching him for a moment before scolding him for staying up late and playing with the lights. She then turned with blank eyes, staring at me and my mother for a few moments. In the most monotone voice a 7-year-old could muster, he told my mother, "They can only move in the dark. They're getting closer. When I turn off the last light, they can almost touch me now. Goodbye." My mother panicked, took the 3 of us to her room, closed and locked the door, and we slept with the lights on. The next morning, I asked my brother what he saw last night. He once again saw something incredibly dark, explaining to me that many children kept coming out of the closet. They looked darker than the darkest shadow, with only a white outline outlining their shapes. They had empty white eyes. Every time the lights went out, they inched closer. When the lights came on, they disappeared. When the lights were turned off, they descended from the closet, walked to his bed, climbed up, and tried to reach him. It scared me, but it got worse from here. This became a nightly occurrence, and my younger brothers soon asked for the closet to be padlocked. My mother complied, and finally, they could sleep. The night the lock was put on the door, we fell asleep with a little less fear, until the door seemed to slam shut with force beyond the reach of the chain. I swear the 3 of us saw small black hands clawing through the gaps in the closet door. This happened almost every night. Even whispers began coming from the closet door, coaxing us to approach. They seemed desperate, begging us to let them out. My mother thought we had overly active imaginations and was terrified. Maybe she was right. This went on for almost a year and stopped around the same time. No more sounds, no more traces. All was fine. But after that, other strange things happened from time to time. Some frightening, some odd. We grew older. We lived in that house for 13 years. I moved out, getting my own room, and I didn't mind that we moved into the house right next to our childhood home. Now I had forgotten all the strange things from my childhood, and didn't remember until I walked my dog one night around 3 a.m. I was awake all night. My brother's room window faced the backyard of my old house. I turned when my dog started staring at it and found the light flickering on and off repeatedly. It felt strange. I remembered the kids coming out of the closet. The weirdest part for me was that the family that moved into our old house was a single mother with 3 sons. Just like my family. And just like my family, their ages were close to 9, 7, and 5. After researching, I found out the house was built in 1980 or 1981 and housed a young family until 1987 when an electrical fire occurred. The family had a father who worked in a mine and was often away, leaving the mother alone with 3 sons, about 8, 6, and 4. When the fire happened, the boys were trapped in the bedroom my brothers once occupied. The boys from the original family died from smoke inhalation. Only 2 of the 3 bodies were found. The mother managed to escape and lived alone afterward. The house remained in ruins for 2 years and was rebuilt in 1989-1990. During that time, some strange deaths occurred. A married couple moved in with an infant who died of an illness 5 months after they moved. In 1991, a single man moved in and hung himself in the basement. In 1993 or 1994, a large family of 6, consisting of a mother, father, 3 sons, and a daughter moved in. The daughter cut her wrists in the bathtub and died from blood loss. A year later, the eldest son shot himself in the basement. The house remained vacant until 1997 when a widow and her daughter occupied it. No incidents were recorded when they left again in 1999, the year my brother was born. Another family moved in and out without incidents until 2004 when my family moved in. We then moved in 2012.